You ever walk into a room so fancy, so polished, so obsessed with itself, that you could practically smell the ego? Yeah, that's where this all-Startita luxury car showroom in Beverly Hills, where the shine on the floors could blind you. But what really hurt was the way some people looked right through you, like you were invisible. I mean, you'd think in a place selling Bentleys and Lumbos, they'd have enough class to at least greet a new face. But that Saturday morning, the only thing on display was arrogance and, you know what, sometimes that's louder than any engine in the room. So there I was, blending into the marble and glass. Just another woman in faded jeans and scuffed sneakers, taking in the glow of six-figure cars and pretending not to notice the stares. Kevin Mitchell, a manager, was pacing, veins bulging, voice booming so hard you could feel in your chest. "Get out of here right now. You're not welcome in this place. Security, throw her out." He's not yelling at me yet, just some unworthy woman who, turns out, isn't so different from me. And the wild thing? She stands there, calm as a stone, just lets his anger wash over her like she's weathered bigger storms. "You have no idea what you just done," she says, cold sharp. No need to raise her voice. The whole room freezes, everyone holding their breath, watching what will happen next. People expected her to scream, to make a scene, but she just pulls free from the guard, dignity intact, and glides toward the door. And right before stepping out, she gives Kevin a smile, one of those chilling, "You're about to learn" looks, and then she's gone, leaving behind a silence so heavy you'd think the air turned to stone. Kevin, trying to save face, forces a smile at the stunned crowd. "Sorry for the interruption, folks. Please carry on." But he knows, deep down, he just lit a fuse he can't put out. See, what Kevin and folks like him get is that every time you judge someone by their clothes or their skin or the keys in their pocket, you're writing checks your reputation can't cash. Olivia Brooks, that's the woman he threw out, isn't just anyone. She grew up in Detroit, busted her knuckles in her uncle's garage, built an empire from scratch. She owns Brooks Automotive 12 dealerships, and guess what? Elite Motors is the jewel in her crown. She's the reason any of those supercars are even here. But she's been hearing whispers that staff here treat folks like her black, humble, just regular people like they're nobody. She had to see it herself. So Olivia goes undercover. No entourage, no designer labels, just her old Civic and the look of someone who's been underestimated all her life. She watches the staff ignore her, sees the receptionist Megan, young, manicured, icy, barely look up. If you're here to apply for a job, do it online. Megan snaps like Olivia is not even worth a hello. Kevin appears, grinning, all authority, basically tells her she's in the wrong place. "We only serve serious customers with verified purchasing power." You know that feeling when your patience finally snaps, but you hold it together anyway? That's Olivia. "So, you're refusing me service based on how I look?" she asks. Kevin barely blinks, used to being judge, jury, executioner. And she leaves, eyes blazing, knowing this is bigger than a rude manager. This is route running straight through the core. Now, let me back up. SEC Olivia is not new to fighting for respect. She's built her brand on fairness. She knows that if she lets this slide, the cancer will spread. So, sitting in her car, she calls her right hand, Emily. "Prepare everything," she says, voice ice cold. "It's time they learn what justice looks like." Olivia sets protocol 7 in a motion plan for emergencies that threaten everything she's worked for. She calls Thomas Reynolds, her regional director, a man known for running a tight ship. "Meet me at Elite Motors in 45 minutes, she tells him, not as a mystery shopper this time, but as the CEO. When Olivia returns, it's a scene straight out of a movie. She walks in wearing a tailored navy suit, hair done up, radiating authority. Kevin, mid-conversation with a high-rolling client, spins around to greet her, fake smile ready. "Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Kevin Mitchell, the manager. What can I help you with?" She doesn't even flinch, just fixes him with a stare so cold it could shatter glass. Before Kevin can figure out who she is, Thomas Reynolds rushes in, pale as a ghost, and bows. "Madam Brooks, I didn't know you were here." The room goes dead silent. Now, the twist: everyone in that showroom realizes they didn't just disrespect a customer. They disrespected the owner, the person signing their paychecks. Megan's face turns to panic. Kevin nearly faints. The security guard sweats bullets. Olivia lays her business card on the table, her voice ringing out. I am Olivia Brooks, CEO of Brooks Automotive. I own this place. You could hear a pin drop. She tells the crowd exactly what happened, how she was thrown out, not for anything she did, but simply for not looking the part. Then, calmly, she fires Kevin, Megan, and the guard right there in front of everyone. Anyone who disrespects a customer, even once, has no place here. No one argues. They know the game is up. But here's the thing. This isn't about revenge, it's about change. Olivia calls a staff meeting the very next day, lays it out flat. What happened wasn't the fault of one or two people. It's a culture problem. That ends now. Thomas steps up, announces a full diversity and inclusion program, not just a box to tick, but a complete overhaul, hiring, training, the works. Olivia adds, from now on, we judge by character, not by appearance. You could see some staff members bristle, but most nod, understanding that a new day is dawning. And you know what? The change works. Customers start noticing, service gets warmer, friendlier, and trust begins to come back. Olivia sees a young black woman, Chloe, standing alone in the showroom, looking like she wants to disappear. Olivia walks over. Empathy in her voice tells Chloe she understands what it's like to be made to feel small. She offers her an apology and a generous discount on the car Chloe wanted, not as charity, but as justice. Fairness and respect aren't luxuries, three non-negotiable. Olivia says, loud enough for the whole room to hear. As Olivia leaves, former staff watch from the curb, their arrogance gone, faces pale, realizing too late that the real price of prejudice is everything you thought you'd never lose. Inside, the dealership breathes easier, different, better. Olivia knows there's still work to do, but as she drives away in her old Civic, the weight in her chest feels lighter. Justice, for once, has the final word. So what do you think? Is firing a few bad apples enough? Or does true change take more than that? Have you ever been on either side of this kind of line? Drop your thoughts below, because if stories like this hit home, maybe, just maybe, we're moving toward the kind of world we all deserve. If this story spoke to you, hit like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep this conversation and this change rolling.